just certain things that he did to groom her and put her into that position, took her to different states and had her perform acts with different, male prostitutes.
Diddy, a prominent figure in the rap world, has found himself engulfed in a tidal wave of a controversy. Accusations of unspeakable acts hurled by his ex-girlfriend Cassie have sent shockwaves through the industry, while the haunting specter of the tragic death of Kim Porter looms large. Now it appears that the children he shared with Kim Porter are emerging from the shadows to raise their voices as they try to figure out what really caused their mother's demise. Let's delve into this latest Diddy drama that has set the industry ablaze. Sean Combs, a hip-hop icon and the founder of Bad Boy Records, has been accused of heinous crimes in a major lawsuit filed by the singer Cassie. The suit alleges that he used his powerful network to keep her trapped in a violent relationship with him. You might remember that Cassie, otherwise known as Cassandra Ventura, dated Combs for more than a decade. She has claimed that over the course of their relationship, Combs exploited her multiple times.
Diddy has been accused of rape and a lot of other crimes by his ex-girlfriend Cassie in a huge lawsuit that details the disturbing claims.
Amidst the shadows of the looming lawsuit, speculations around the alleged involvement of Diddy in the untimely death of Kim are still making rounds. The complexities of this enigmatic case grow deeper, as even Diddy's own daughters begin to question the circumstances surrounding their mother's passing. To top it off, the twins' nanny has now stepped forward, filing another lawsuit against Diddy, claiming wrongful termination after being fired for the sin of being pregnant out of wedlock. The whole scene came to light when it was revealed that Diddy recently terminated the employment of the nanny who shared a close bond with his daughters. At the same time, anonymous sources spilled the tea to a YouTuber via email, revealing information that sent shockwaves throughout the industry. The explosive email read,
"These twin girls having questions about the passing of their mother. So to make a long story short, they don't believe their mother passed away from pneumonia."
According to reports, the termination of the nanny's employment was allegedly driven by the close bond she developed with Diddy's twins, so she started questioning their mother's untimely death. It is important to know that the twins are allegedly worried about their nanny Joan Rowe, as she was the one who found Kim's cold body on that unfortunate morning. It might surprise you a bit that the nanny was also Kim's niece. You see, when Joan was returning after dropping the kids off at school, she returned home to check on Porter, but unfortunately, she had already breathed her last.
The nanny was fired as a result. It's all over the blogs. The nanny did not get fired for what they are saying she got fired for.
According to TMZ, Diddy actually forced her to move into his house to take care of the kids because it was her responsibility. She alleged that she was, quote, responsible for the twins' 24/7 care. The nanny revealed that Diddy was beside himself when he heard about her pregnancy, but allegedly approved her maternity leave. But just a day before her leave was bound to start, Diddy suddenly terminated her employment. According to her, the reason behind the sudden act was her pregnancy before marriage, which would allegedly have a bad impact on children. The situation takes on a peculiar twist of irony as the individual in question happens to be the father of 7 children himself, without any legal marriages in his history. However, Diddy's representative has denied the allegations leveled against him. In a statement, Diddy's rep claimed that Raven was phased out of her role due to the twins getting older, and her termination had nothing to do with her becoming pregnant. Quote, "This lawsuit is a meritless shakedown to extort money from Mr. Combs. Raven is not the niece of Kim Porter, as she falsely alleges, nor is there any legal basis for this case to be filed under the anonymity as a Joan Doe. Raven was a part-time babysitter to the twins who Mr. Combs kept on the job back in 2018 to provide continuity for the twins following the untimely death of their mother. Mr. Combs graciously permitted Raven to live in his home with her son and treated them like family. Her babysitting services were always intended to be temporary, especially since the girls were getting older and spending most of the day at school. In fact, Raven's transition out of her role was planned and agreed to by her long before she even mentioned that she was pregnant. Mr. Combs will take swift and immediate action to protect his family against these false claims." End quote. It is important to note that Diddy's rep did not respect the plaintiff's wish to be anonymous and brazenly outed her by using her real name. However, the nanny did not falter and used her real name in the court documents where she allegedly confronted him for the injustice. You might not believe it, but the nanny revealed that she wanted to hide her identity to protect her children coming in harm's way. If you think about it, Diddy is more than capable of hurting the twins in order to put pressure on her. She said, quote, "I am desperate to preserve the privacy she had left, terrified of possible physical harm to her and her minor children, and fearful of further victim shaming, blaming, and retaliation. Now, before you even delude yourself by giving Diddy the benefit of the doubt, know that his former recording artist Mark Curry explained that Diddy is 100% able to do the things the nanny alleged. In an interview with Art of Dialogue, he said,
"He's very capable of doing it. It's in his character. That's who he is. That's what comes with power. That's what comes with arrogance. That's what comes with, what makes him."
Mark even revealed that these allegations have seen the light of the day because of Diddy's apparent fall behind the scenes. He explained that Diddy is in the first stages of ruin because of his inflammable character.
They dropping him left and right. Companies are parting ways with him. All of that's happening right now because he's tarnishing his own image.
It has long been documented that Diddy has been using his influence within the industry to move things his way, and that is exactly what he did in Raven's case. Disregarding its negative impact on the twins, Diddy boldly declared that the nanny was not doing her job properly. Anyone can realize that Diddy is trying to get the public opinion on his side in a desperate attempt to win the case, but the public is more than aware of Diddy's atrocities, and the fans are actually worried for her safety. Quote, "This girl needs to be careful because we know people tend to end up dead around him when they become a liability. Biggie, when he passed, they weren't seeing eye to eye on the money and contracts. Kim Porter's boyfriend, he knew about her book. Kim Porter, her laptop is missing and she was writing a tell-all. This girl needs to tread lightly."
Counts the day you put on a hits, the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out, they got popped.
Now, the circumstances of Kim's death were not the only suspicious thing. You see, right after the incident, Diddy gave an exclusive interview to Essence magazine, apparently talking about his grieving process. He said, quote, "I would be just like walking around crying, just all the time. It just hurt so bad. You know what I'm saying? I was just like not moving. I had isolated myself, It was rough. I really could not control crying. I could be anywhere and just any memory would just get me and really break me down." Additionally, Diddy allegedly felt remorseful for being unfaithful to Kim when they were together. He admitted that he feared that he may lose his best friend at one point in their relationship. However, Diddy's former bodyguard Gene Deal laughed at the appearance of grief Diddy puts up about Kim's death. He revealed that Diddy broke Kim's nose one time. Quote, "You used to be a woman beater. Talk about how you beat Misa Hilton's ass. Talk about how you tried to beat Kim's ass." Recounting the incident, Gene said, quote, "One night when they were at home in Kim's house, he wanted to put his hands on her in the wrong way, and Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrist up. It hit an artery, and when she did that, he had to rush over to St. Luke's Hospital."
And that was from that accident. Oh, that was from the incident with him and Kim. When she wasn't going to take that ass whooping, and she got him off of him the best way she could.
Not only that, Gene dropped the bomb by claiming that Diddy had actually groomed Kim so that she would make him money in one way or the other. Over time, Gene also explained that Diddy was scared out of his wits when he heard that Kim was writing a tell-all book that could expose him to the world. You see, Kim's coroner was actually replaced when he announced the presence of toxins in her body. Magically, the next coroner's report stated that Kim passed away due to lobar pneumonia. Now, this tea was spilled by Jaguar Wright in an interview with Street Stars. She said,
"Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide and they found toxins in her body."
Even now, as per Kim's family and friends, Kim expressed a desire to see her doctor but faced obstacles for undisclosed reasons. This struck her as peculiar since her doctor was unresponsive to phone calls. In response, she urged Diddy to arrange a meeting with her personal physician. However, Diddy orchestrated a meeting with a different doctor. The suspicion arises that Diddy orchestrated a sinister plot to end Kim's life, allegedly administering poison to accomplish this sinister act. It was later revealed that two of Kim's notable friends reportedly reached out to her main healthcare provider. Surprisingly, the physician denied any communication from Kim and professed ignorance about her health condition. In the midst of speculation, it is natural for people to contemplate the possibility that someone, potentially Diddy himself, had encountered Kim's doctor before she had the opportunity to do so.
He used that as a tool to get to everybody's heart, because who Kim was. Everything that he thought that could get to the people's heart, he put up there in that show.
It is essential to bear in mind that Diddy has been accused of a significant betrayal towards Kim, as he reportedly engaged in an extramarital affair while she was pregnant with their child.
When Kim was alive, praying with them, doing whatever he had to do to be with them.
irrespective of the verifiable facts. Diddy's consistent pattern of deceit raises concerns as he appears to consistently mislead those around him. A recent incident that exemplifies this behavior is his Instagram post where he left a note for his ex that appears disingenuous and insincere. He wrote, quote, "Every day we celebrate you and thank God for blessing us with the time we shared together. Thank you for making me smile for a lifetime. You've made me a better father and a better man. I'm so grateful for all the moments, the memories, the laughs, and the love." Some conspiracy theorists believe that maybe because the nanny was actually the one to find Kim's body, so it is no wonder that she knows what happened to Kim. You see, an anonymous source tipped on the internet that although the mainstream media tries to put forward the narrative that she was found in her bed, it is not entirely true, because allegedly, she was found on the floor of her bathroom, and if they did find her in bed, it was because she had been placed there on purpose. There was blood found on Kim's pillowcases and also a slight track of blood on the bedroom floor that went to the bathroom. So it is not out of the realm of imagination that Joan was the first one to see the bloodstains, and she reported this to the media. And that's why Diddy fired her without any reason and now even threatened Joan and her family too if the truth were spoken. In recent developments, Kimora Lee, a close friend of Kim, has emerged and shed light on Diddy's involvement. Reports suggest that there's a growing effort to reopen the case surrounding Porter's untimely death, with her friends taking the lead. Notably, insiders reveal that Kimora is prominently spearheading this movement. Observers recall the profound sorrow they witnessed in Kimora's eyes on that fateful day, further underscoring the significance of her involvement in seeking justice and unraveling the truth behind the tragic events.
Happy Mother's Day, Sarah.
According to Hollywood Life, the fashion designer and BFF to Kim was seen crying outside of her late friend's home, and the pictures are crushing. Kimora was seen sobbing outside the Los Angeles home, where her friend had lived, as a coroner carried away her body. In one particular photo, Kimora can be seen standing with her hand over her mouth, attempting to hold back tears. Reports claim that Kim's family is wholeheartedly supporting Kimora in this ordeal. Moreover, fans believe that Kimora and Kim's family should be warned that Diddy would try his level best to keep the truth from boiling over. Quote, "I hope we see resolve in our lifetime. But whether the truth comes out now or 20 years from now, there's a whole lot of people that know the truth, and I'm sure Diddy will stop at nothing to keep it from coming out. Just like another famous rapper, I won't mention names, has been keeping his alleged crimes under wraps. I'm sure Diddy is literally trying to move heaven and earth to control these rumors." To make matters worse, the original coroner of Kim's case has recently been found dead after his mysterious disappearance. A well-known whistleblowing channel, Tuffy News TV, broke the news.
I've been told that he was the head of the snake into the investigation of the passing of Kim Porter. And not only that, y'all, he was the one who initially found something problematic.
Not only that, but the channel also unveiled additional information sourced from insiders within the industry. As per Tuffy, an email from one of his followers claimed that Kim had an awareness of the situation. Allegedly, she sent a group text to her close friends with the ominous message, "He got me." However, the phone was purportedly confiscated by the security team that Diddy brought to Kim's house after her passing. There exists a widespread belief among certain circles that Diddy may bear some responsibility for the tragic death of Kim, possibly influenced by his history of being unfaithful. According to reports, Diddy was allegedly involved in an affair with Sarah Chapman, who happened to be Kim's best friend at the time. The fact that Sarah became pregnant around the same time as Kim is said to have devastated her, leading to a noticeable deterioration in her health.
Happy Mother's Day, Sarah.
All this chatter has dredged up Albie Scher's claims from 2020, nearly 2 years after Porter died from lobar pneumonia, as he wrote in a since-deleted Instagram post, quote, "I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with Tisha Campbell Martin and Tachina Arnold when I received a call from PR icon Queenie Donaldson asking me if I was okay and did I hear the news. I had no idea. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some BS. Really? This is where I get in trouble." Albie Scher never explained what led him to that conclusion. but the court of public opinion has its theories. As someone tweeted, quote, "But when Al B. sure was saying something happened to Kim Porter, nobody wanted to listen, then he got sick suddenly. Y'all should have listened. They rekindled before she passed." Aside from that, an anonymous source has suggested that Diddy's significant influence in the industry has allegedly led to the suppression of Porter's book, preventing its publication. According to the source, Diddy has reportedly utilized legal measures, filing lawsuits against those involved in an attempt to halt the book's release. The claim is that the book contained information that exposed his alleged unethical actions, prompting him to take legal action to prevent its dissemination. However, despite these obstacles, fans are expressing overwhelming joy and support for Porter's family as they endeavor to seek justice on her behalf. I wished you would have said anything about Dallas and Usher because Diddy has money and he has powerful lawyers. When we discuss things like this, you are actually doing more harm than good. He can plan a strategy for his defense. Diddy already made errors, but if he knows Usher is involved, other repressions will come into play against Usher. In a post that has since been deleted, Al B. Sure, who is Porter's ex-boyfriend and the father of her eldest son, alluded to the possibility that Porter may have been evading or fleeing from something prior to her tragic passing. He suggested that he had encouraged her to seek help from the FBI. The details surrounding this claim remain unclear, but it adds another layer of intrigue and raises questions about the circumstances leading up to Porter's untimely demise. She sent me this saying, "Life imitating art, art imitating life." Now it all makes sense. She told me other stuff too. She was running. I said call the FBI. It was 2 years after the tragedy that the 53-year-old producer publicly cast doubt on the cause and manner of the model's death, claiming in a since-deleted video that she was actually sacrificed. Quote, "Just found this footage from the morning I learned of @Lady KP's, aka Kim Porter's, M, and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I had no clue, but I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia," he insisted. "That's some bull ass. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix, and she was in fantastic health as well as laughing seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it here." The bold statements made by Al B. Sure attracted considerable attention, yet there are reports indicating that Diddy's associates exerted pressure on him to remove his posts, potentially silencing his claims. Allegedly, these efforts were made to prevent further dissemination of his statements. As these developments unfolded, Kimora, who held a deep affection for Porter, took to Instagram to express her fond remembrance of her long-lost friend. Her tribute on social media served as a heartfelt homage to Kim and highlighted the enduring impact of their friendship. Quote, "You are a great mama. Between us, we have 8 kids who are all cousins. We are and will always be a family. I will look after yours and you will look after and guide us all. What a beautiful, loving, sassy soul to have lost. We love you forever. May God bless your journey. We will never stop crying for you. Hashtag Kim Porter, hashtag forever my lady, hashtag RIP, hashtag black excellence." Let's not forget that Diddy has actively tried to sabotage his son's career. You see, Lee Daniels' drama series Empire is the hottest new show on TV and already boasts an impressive lineup of guest stars. But Diddy's son Quincy Brown won't be one of them. The real-life rap mogul pulled his adopted son from the cast after getting into a fight with 20th Century Fox TV over music rights. According to Bet, sources say Brown was guaranteed a role on the show about a family-run hip-hop record label, but Diddy pulled the plug when he learned that his son would have to sign over a portion of his music rights in relation to the show to Fox. They said, quote, "Diddy kicked up a huge stink and called all the top brass at 20th Century Fox TV to get them to change their rules over music rights, but he didn't get his way." A source reveals, he said there was no way his son was signing over his intellectual property, so he banned him from the show. It is disheartening to know that after their mother, Diddy is being toxic and controlling to his own flesh and blood as well. Fans believe that Diddy is just a narcissist. Quote, "He is insincere. His problem is he wants all the shine. He really thinks he is the king and he rules. He is actually mentally ill. Well, he can get all the help he needs from prison." Another source revealed that Quincy, who had just revealed his first single, Friends First, is still being considered for a role in the second season. They said, quote, "Lee's super excited about having Quincy on the show." Daniels is apparently still interested in having Quincy as part of the Empire cast, however. It looks like it is just a matter of who will budge. Judging by social media posts from Quincy, there doesn't seem to be any bad blood with the cast, with all the loopholes in the investigation behind Kim Porter's death, along with Diddy's narcissistic antics. It is no wonder his sons want their questions to be answered. But they are not alone in this fight, as Kimura and Kim's family are right beside them.